As a fellow ambitious masculine man, you of course want to be productive, but much more so than other people. You don't want to just be productive for the work that you need to do. You want to be productive in life in general. Because of course you want to be successful in the work that you do, but you also need to build yourself up, become the best version of yourself, take care of your closest people, and basically just do things that are outside of work that you need to become excellent in and take care of. And what I'm going to share with you is a method that will at least 3x your productivity very simply, and you can do it today. And I know this works for absolute certain because I have done it myself and achieved tremendous concrete results. And so the method to massively boost your productivity is to simply set big goals, but really big goals. I have heard Hamza worded in this way, that you need to set realistically unrealistic goals. And so before I actually get into it all, why do big goals work so well in order to boost your productivity and make you such a hard-working person? And it is simply that having a very big attractive goal for yourself gives you unbelievable motivation. And I know that a lot of people say motivation isn't real, but discipline is real. But motivation is the initial spark for you to go achieve something in the first place. If you went to the gym, for example, your motivation to go there in the first place and keep going would be to become incredibly muscular, strong, and lean. The motivation in a way is kind of like the purpose for you to do something. And so you have this motivation to do something, but then you absolutely need discipline in order to keep doing it and actually achieve what you set out for yourself. And anybody who sets out on any entrepreneurial endeavor has the big end goal of becoming financially free and ultra successful. And that is the initial motivation and the spark for them to go pursue something in the first place and to start working hard every single day. But then they need to tie discipline in with that in order to keep working every single day, maintain their work ethic, and eventually get what they set out for themselves. And motivation is without a doubt certainly real, because you could set out to do 1,000 push-ups in a day, and you know that doing that would be good for you. It would build endurance and strength in your pecs. You would build discipline by having to do something so difficult throughout the day. And ultimately you understand that it will be beneficial. But what are the chances of you actually following through with that? What are the chances of you telling yourself that you're going to do 1,000 push-ups before the end of the day and actually following through with it? Of course, some people may do it if they really discipline themselves and have enough free time, but the majority of people wouldn't be able to, even if you were really good at push-ups. I think specifically it wouldn't be worth the time investment because most of us have better things to be at. But instead of you yourself telling that you're going to do 1,000 push-ups today, what if I said that I was personally going to give you $1 million for you to do 1,000 push-ups before the end of the day? You're not going to care about anything else. You will put in that time. You will find a way to do 1,000 push-ups before the end of today because the juice is worth the squeeze and the motivation is high enough and the reward is big enough for you to go do that. And it may take several hours and blood, sweat and tears, but 99% of people who are offered $1 million to do 1,000 push-ups would do them. And so it is basically that big attractive goals that you set out for yourself massively increase your motivation and massively increase the energy that you would have to put into something for the result that you're wanting. And small goals will do the exact opposite. And so this is one of the mistakes that I made. Back when I started to make self-improvement content, and a bit before that when I was still trading and trying to learn Forex, I set out small stepping stone goals that were just too small. I remember when doing that, I had a goal of earning £100 a week from Forex, I think it was. And of course that would be a good goal to achieve for anybody starting anything. That is a good starting place. But the fact that I set that out for myself meant that I was getting up and working every single day, trying my best, with the hopes of earning £100 a week. I didn't know about big goals and I thought I was doing the right thing, but ultimately I never worked really hard. And even if I stuck out with the Forex trading, I wouldn't have gotten far with it simply because of the goals that I set for myself. And even take a more recent example. I used to upload 3 videos a week, and there was one point in January when I tried to upload daily, but it was a bit difficult and I was a bit inefficient and I didn't use up all of my time productively, and it meant that uploading daily was really difficult. And then I kept uploading 3 days a week until mid-June. And during that entire time, I didn't really do much work. Simply because I didn't have much work to do. I didn't set out much work for me to accomplish. Because if I really, really wanted to, I honestly, even back then, I could have made 3 videos a week and had everything sorted in one day. And so it basically meant that I spread out 1 day's of work across an entire week. And then it just meant I was super unproductive, barely worked hard, and procrastinated so much because I was able to. Because the bar was set so low. But now it clicked to me way too late, honestly, that the only way I'm going to achieve monumental success in YouTube is by uploading every single day and kind of becoming like a force of YouTube, like a content machine. And so I started to do that, and I knew it was going to be more difficult, but I set out a plan for myself to upload 2 videos a day, which would mean that I would have compounding results, and I would keep getting further and further ahead of schedule if I kept true to my routine. And it just basically meant that it was the perfect plan. And so I set out this perfect plan, and I knew exactly what I was doing. And then a day or 2 in, I realised how productive I was being because I had so much energy for life and I was in such a good mood. Because I've realised so often that when I have a really good day and do a lot of work, be productive, don't waste time, don't be degenerate, I'm in such a good energetic mood because I'm feeding my soul. I'm feeding my soul what it needs. And it means that I have so much energy for life because of that. And so I realised how truly productive I was being simply because I set the limit very high for myself. And this video that I'm recording right now is the 4th video that I'm recording today. And I aim to record maybe 6 videos today or something, which is quite unnecessary. And I could use that time to edit. But for me, editing's quite easy and I can do it with low effort, whereas recording is more effort and requires more energy, and while I have the energy, I want to record now. And so even if you were to go back through my videos a month ago, that's when I was working quite inefficiently and unproductively. I was uploading 3 times a week, but I was quite low energy and I wasn't really doing my best. And you could go through some of the videos and see what my demeanour is like. There were some days where I recorded 1 video in the day, and my energy, although I may be speaking clearly and presenting myself quite well, I might have been much more quiet. Maybe something like this. I was talking and I was speaking loud, speaking clear, but it wasn't energetic. And I really wasn't feeling it. And after I recorded the video, I didn't have much else to do, and I didn't have energy to do much else. But like I said, this is the 4th video I'm recording, hoping to record more, hoping to work more, and I have so much energy. Simply because I set the bar high for myself, I'm doing a lot, and I'm working off the energy that I gain from the feelings of competence and masculinity from working so much. Like the old saying goes, you aim for the moon, and even if you miss, you land among the stars. And to explain further where I went wrong, I was always worried about not being ahead of schedule and being a video ahead of time. I didn't like the thought of a video going out today and me not having a video for the next day. And although I think it sounds reasonable to think like that, I think I was just lazy. It's like I wanted security that if I felt bad enough and didn't want to do any work, a video would be ready for me. And so now I set out for myself to upload 1 video a day and upload 1 short a day as well. So it means that would be my ceiling, the bar that I'm aiming for. And even if I miss, I may upload 5 or 6 times a week, which is 2 or 3 videos more than I would usually do at the height of my previous ceiling. And the last mistake that I'm going to mention that I made that may hold you back as well is that I used to set too distant of goals for myself. I would think about what I want to have achieved in a year's time. Because for me, thinking about goals that far away seems mystical, seems unreal. Like, it's hard to imagine me living in a year's time. Whereas setting goals and imagining me living in a month's time is very believable. And so I firmly believe that setting shorter term goals is an absolutely superior way to set goals. Because instead of me telling myself, I hope to achieve 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Sure, that's a good goal and all, a lot of people would aspire to it, but I really wouldn't see how I could achieve it because it's very distant away, both in time and in the amount of achievement that I need. But if I tell myself that I want to achieve 650 subscribers by the end of July, that's much more believable. And although it will be a stretch of my work ethic and abilities, that's the main point. You're supposed to stretch yourself so to get the best out of yourself. And while you get the best out of yourself, you're most likely to achieve the things that you set out for yourself. And so in conclusion, penetrate the world the same way you would your woman. Not with limp, shy, timid energy, but instead with hard, fast and loving energy. So you do the work that you know you need to do with speed, with force and with love. You do what you love, you do it fast and you do it forcefully, trying to become better and better and trying to overtake others. So all in all, set realistically unrealistic goals for yourself that will require you to stretch your abilities, time and effort in order to keep up with the goal that you're trying to achieve, and through that you would become the best version of yourself, trying to keep up with that and achieving what you want. Develop a tireless work ethic and stay hard. Put in enough time and attention because that will make anything into reality.